Good evening, everyone. Heartily welcome to each of one of you. A big shout out for joining us today. I am Avinav, your host, and we are diving into the world of possibilities with none other than TechBain. TechBain is the fastest growing educational and upscaling platform in the country, proudly supported by industry giants such as Microsoft, Amazon, MongoDB, and endorsed by Startup India. Our commitment to excellence has earned us recognizing as one of the 20's most promising startups to watch in 2023 by Business Connection Connect magazine, along with the title of Best E-Learning Company of the Year 2022 by Business World magazine. I am happy to welcome our guest and speaker, Mr. Lavesh Gaurav. He is instructor at TechBain. This masterclass on Android development will be fun and full of learning. Now, I'd like to request Lavesh sir to take over and proceed with the masterclass.
Hi everyone, good evening. Able to hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before moving ahead, I would have some questions before so that we can go in a procedure way. Okay. So, how many of you are from first year? Can you raise your hand? Want to count? Okay. Now you. Okay, I'll be. Okay, that is fine. 9. Okay. You can lower it. Okay. Now, how many of you are from second year? Okay. Lower your hand and now third year students. Okay. Now final year. Okay. Now it's fine. We can move start. Okay. How many have worked with JavaScript as a language, either backend, front end, whatever, or you have at least a bit of knowledge regarding JavaScript? Okay. I can see a really low count for those who have prior work. Okay. Do you have idea about like coding languages? Have you worked with any of the languages, not JavaScript, any of the languages? You are in the college, so you must have been taught few of the languages. Any idea regarding this? You can, if you don't have any idea, you can come up like you don't know. It's first time for you, so yeah, you would be covering things in that accordingly. Okay, yeah, I can see a lot of silence here. Okay, it's for first year students that have like in your colleges. Do you have been taught about coding? C, C++, Python, any of these languages, Java? Instead of raising the hand, you can say
Yes, sir.
C. Okay, you have been taught in C.
It's a C and Python.
Okay, C and Python. Anyone with Java, JavaScript, any of the languages you know or you have heard of?
Yes, sir.
Java.
Basic Java.
Basic Java. Okay. Okay. Anyone with JavaScript knowledge? Can you speak up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What have you been learned till now in JavaScript?
As of now, I'm learning about classes and methods in JavaScript.
Can you tell again? Not properly audible.
For now, I'm learning classes and other basics of JavaScript.
Okay, like other topic, what? Like classes, that is fine, something with hook concept. What about other things? Okay, no worries, we can start the session. So, see, the thing is, irrespective of language. Okay, DOM manipulation. Okay, that's nice. Anyone else with knowing any topic related to JavaScript? Okay, DOM manipulation is part of JavaScript, but that is not entirely JavaScript. Okay. So with okay, so another thing is many of you started your career or like college journey with C, C++, Java and Python. These four languages, even out of these four, colleges prefer using either C, C++ or Java, not even Python. Okay, so these three are the very basic language which you will be taught. Now you have heard of like lots of languages, like it's from Python, JavaScript. If you go on, like there are multiple languages, but see, the thing is, each language has their own requirement. Okay, so if you talk about Python, if you talk about JavaScript, if you talk about Java, whatever languages you talk about, they have got their own use cases. So if you are working with C, C++, you will be building very complex, like we can say, application for like laptop, PC. Like okay, with Java, you can build backend technologies actually. So whenever you are working with some backend technologies, what are these backend? These terms we can get on later. Okay, so depends upon requirement. If you are into artificial intelligence, machine learning, then Python is there. So Python is single language which is holding these two terms A and ML. No other language is closer to this one. But now JavaScript. So if you see anything on the web, now web in the sense the website interface or anything related to website, any application on the web browser, so those are built using just one language called JavaScript. Now why JavaScript is like widely used language? If you see the trend, last 5 years, 6 years, two languages have been rising: Python and JavaScript. Initially, Python was being used for just AI and ML sort of thing, data science. But now we can build backend using Python as well. But why JavaScript? JavaScript is because you can build entire application. It is database, it is front end, it is back end. One single language is enough to build your entire application. One sort of example is a Facebook application which we use. The Android version, iOS version, the application, not about website, the application. The application is entirely built on JavaScript. Either it is your web application, Android application, iOS application, JavaScript. If you talk about it backend technologies, it is again entirely on JavaScript. Okay, now another aspect is if one single application can't be made up of just one language. Upon requirement, language could have been changed. So suppose you are integrating some AI ML based tech stack, something called suppose you are implementing a feature of face detection. Okay, that could be using a machine learning algorithm. For that, we need to switch to Python. But that doesn't mean your entire application will switch to Python. Just one feature, okay, you build in Python language. Rest features are available in JavaScript. Okay, so based upon your interest, based upon your goal, your languages could be different on upcoming days. So for first year, second year students, you would be learning the basic of coding, not language oriented, but coding oriented. When you go up higher, like third year, final year, then you will understand, okay, where you have to move ahead. You are interested in data machine learning, you pick up the Python. You are interested in building application, any sort of application, so you will be switching either to Java, JavaScript. If you are into like building game application, then C, C++ or C#. So it will be entirely upon you. Okay, now since it is entirely related to Android building. Okay, Shubham, you raised your hand. Any query?
No, sir, it was a mistake.
Okay, no worries. Okay, now let's get back to it. Okay, so now we had talked about like building application. Now, I asked like if you know anything about JavaScript, because if we gradually move ahead for building of an Android application or any hybrid application, so first learn about the term hybrid application. Okay, let me share my screen. Is it visible? Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so what we talk about? We talk about this term called hybrid app. Okay. Now, what is this hybrid app? So if you talk about building any application 5 to 6 years back, so let's talk about WhatsApp. When WhatsApp was initially launched, okay, it was launched separate for Android, separate for iOS. Okay. Now, even though it is separate application, so what it did for like what we say Android, which tech stack it used? It used Java and Kotlin. Okay. Even at present moment, many complex applications are built using these two stacks using only for Android. But if it is all about iOS, then it was Swift. Okay. But what hybrid application do? So see, if you see here, no, we are using two separate languages and two separate code base to build a single application. Okay, now what hybrid apps will do? It will have single code base. Okay, single code base means with just one single piece of code, you can build application for iOS as well as Android. Okay, is this term clear to everyone? Hybrid application. Yes or no? Is it clear? See, many things could be new to all of you, since this is the sort of masterclass where I would be like whatever you are required to learn to build anything, any sort of application. Okay, so before learning the language, you must know the terms. Okay, so are we clear with this one? Okay, now for hybrid app, what we use now is called. Okay. You will search about this one. So this is text built entirely by Facebook. Okay, so Facebook manages this stack. So even the current application, Facebook is built using this technology only. It is entirely based on JavaScript. So that's why the rise of JavaScript is prominent in like last 5 to 6 years. It has been on rise. Yeah, it will go. No, like it has lots of capabilities to build. Okay, hybrid apps are also known as native apps. See, you can create for Android, iOS, and more. More in this, you can also do web app. But for web app, we have React, and for Android and iOS, we have React Native. Now, what is the benefit of learning React Native? The simple benefit is if you know JavaScript, so after learning JavaScript, you will first try to learn React actually. So if you are familiar with React, okay, so if you go search React.js, so even it is same stack. If you are familiar with working with React.js, switching to React Native will be really easy for you. So you can build any type of web application with React, and similar, you can build any sort of application using React Native. Okay. So it is very similar and like almost same. Okay. Now, is it clear till here, or we shall move ahead? See, if you see its website, it is saying seamless cross-platform. It means one single code base, you can work on both sort of operating system, whatever it is. Okay, now okay, let's try to build an application first. Okay, I guess okay for all of these. First, let's go to the required section. Now, okay, okay. Now, since many of you are into coding, which text editor you are using? Can you tell?
VS Code. So VS
Mhm.
Code.
VS Code for JavaScript
IntelliJ
or
IDE.
for okay, IntelliJ IDE for Java. Okay. Okay. So one of the prominent text editor for JavaScript developers are VS Code. It is also built using JavaScript only. Okay, one more thing. With JavaScript, now you can build web application, iOS, Android. That is okay. That is fine. Even you can build application for Windows as well. The best example is VS Code. It is entirely built on JavaScript only. So see, with just one language, you can build any sort of application. Okay, one more interesting trick. You are using Flipkart. Everyone knows about, correct? You know Flipkart. Everyone knows. Yes or no?
Yes,
Can
sir.
anyone tell if it is Android application or if it is Android application or iOS application? Okay, it is a web application. The application which you are running on Flipkart, if you open the Flipkart, it is not an application actually. It is a web application. So what is happening? This is a term called web view. If you search web view, so what happens? If you do this now, if you install web view in any of the Android devices, and then if you load any website now, it will open as an application actually. So what they are doing, they are building a web application or website, simply a website. They are hosting it somewhere, and they are like accessing that website inside an application using WebView. So see, the capabilities of it is like unlimited. There are unlimited possibilities. Okay. Okay. Till now, anyone has any questions, any queries? Okay, so now what should be our roadmap? Okay, see, since you are first year, second year student, like Even I was there once, so I know it takes a bit of time if you are really new to coding. Okay, how many of you think that coding is difficult? Raise your hand. Be honest. How many of you think that coding is really difficult? I won't agree if just one or two will raise hand. Okay, be honest. No worries. Be honest. I won't judge. I won't be judging anyone, but I have been there, so I know the reality. Okay, just 8, 9. Okay. Okay, the reality is now coding is really easy. It's a practice. I know this is the beginning phase, and it is a bit difficult for you to grab the concept, understand the term. But once you dive into it after like 6 to 7 months, you will realize it is one of the easiest thing which can make you and which can help you making money. It is the easiest thing you can do on in this time. Just sit in front of the computer, work, get paid. No one is going to do this easy work. Okay, but yeah, have, if you are really skilled, but yeah, you have to keep up yourself upskill means you have to learn new things to like improve yourself every day. So it is never ending like learning cycle. You improve every day and you got a bit better than previous day. Okay. Now, what should be our roadmap? See, roadmap is really important when you are going to learn certain things. Okay. Now let me open something. Okay, able to see now. Okay, I just shared. Okay, this is a website. I will suggest you to bookmark this one. I'm sending this one on this chat itself. Everyone bookmark it. Okay, so this is sort of roadmap. A roadmap in the sense, see, as a software developer, you are not just coding something. There are lots of things in this domain. Okay, if you see these are sort of tech stack which you can specialize and work on it and make money. And if you see these are role based. Now, what are role based? So when you enter this IT industry, you define some role as a developer. Okay, even if you had SDE, software developer, software engineer, that is a term. But inside that term, there are like designation type of developer you are. Like you are front end developer, you are back end developer, you are full stack developer, Android developer, database developer, whatever it is. Okay, so it has got certain role based roadmap. Okay, now these are skills based roadmap. What are skill based? Now, once you into a developer role, suppose you're a front end developer. Okay, now for front end developer, there are multiple technologies to build front end. Now, based on technologies, there could be different roadmap. As I said, see, the thing is, you see a term called React, okay, and there is another term called Vue, and another term called Angular. These three are entirely front-end technology. This React is built by Facebook, this Angular is built by Google, and then this Vue is also made by ex-employees of Google. This Vue has features of combined both React and Angular. So these are front-end developer technologies. But when you are getting higher for front-end developer, it is required you must be knowing all these three. Okay, you should be knowing any one of these, and based on one of this, you could be hired. Okay, so these are skill based. See, if you see SQL here, and then there should be MongoDB here. These two are what we say are database skills. Database will be of multiple types. So these are two of the database. So if you want to learn more about any of the database, you can dive deep into these two. Okay, now any queries now till here? If you have anything to ask, you can freely ask. Okay. Okay, you don't have any queries? Shall we move ahead? Okay. Now let's see what is there for. There should be something for React Native or no. See, we have got role based. So if you open this one, you're getting a proper roadmap like what you need to learn and how you need to learn. So even when I was in my early days of career, this really helped me out. So I always prefer this sort of sheet. If you really want to learn something, this is a perfect roadmap where you start them. Okay, so the very first thing is introduction part. So if you click on any of this, you'll be getting the entire details, what it is about. Okay, now what is React Native? So if you open, you'll be getting entire detail of what it is, how it is, who built, how it works. Okay, next is why do we use React Native? Now, if you are learning something and if you're using it, there should be some question: why are we using it? Hasn't it been previously implemented, or it is entirely? Then it's alternatives. Alternatives means for every language, for every like some alternatives. Okay, so we have got alternative like Flutter, same as React is developed by Facebook. So this Flutter is developed by Google. It is same as Angular now. Now, once you know why you are using this technology, then the next phase is learning the prerequisite. Now, what is the prerequisite? Now, there are two things. One is JavaScript basic, CSS basic. So the very first thing you need to learn is few of the basic languages, web-based languages, which are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Once you are done with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you will be able to build a simple web application at least. With these three, you can build your portfolio, a simple website, any sort of simple application. Once you are really comfortable with JavaScript, then you can move to React, because React is entirely built on React and syntaxes are almost similar. So fundamental of React is important. Well, see, even if you see here in the prerequisite part, there is React basic. So these basics included the ecosystem of which we can, which you can Google a bit, and even on the YouTube you can find about it. Okay, it is because it is an entirely different topic. If we go into this now, our time would be exhausted. Okay. Now the next thing should be environment setup. Now, whenever you are building or working on any application, environment is important. What is environment? Suppose you are building an application or working with any language, you know how compiler works, how your code compile. So even though here you will be like creating multiple files, multiple folders, so how your codes are compiled is important. So to making all these work, I want set of application. Either we can use Expo or React Native CLI. CLI is same as command line or command interface. So if you open terminal, so this is sort of CLI where you can input some command, then some actions will happen. So this is default. So if you see some code was running, so this is a default Mac based CLI or terminal. Similar way you can get React Native. So which we use? So we either use mostly Expo or React Native. So Expo is again another stack based on React Native mode. So if you go Expo dev, would be learning some. Also, we will be using Expo to compile and package our application. Packaging means so that application is built and then we can install it. Okay. Once your environment setup is done, environment setup means you are able to run your code, build your application in APK or iOS based package. Okay. Now, next thing is development workflow. Now, what is development workflow? Development workflow means like you set up running. Now you are developing an application. Now, while you're developing your application, you'll be encountering with two scenarios. One, when you are writing the code, you must be like wanting to see the output. Whatever you are building, whenever you will see output, then only you would be knowing, okay, this is expected result and this is I am getting. And next aspect is debugging. Now, it is not possible like every time you run your code, it will be a success. Many times you would encounter some bugs, some issues in the application. fix those, you would require to do some sort of debugging. So debugging is also a part of development only. You encounter some issues, some logic failed, whatever could be the reason. So now in React Native have inbuilt option to debug. Okay, so these are again like a very vast topic how we debug. But for any sort of development, if you even if you work with React, debugging is something you will be encountering every second day. Because if there is some issue, debugging is a must. Now, once you started development, now you need some components. Now, what are components? Components are some pre-written code which you can utilize in your application. Now, what are these pre-written code? Now, see, this is called text input. If you see here, you want user to enter some data. So, suppose you are building application where you want user to fetch some user data. Simple, imagine a logging application where user is able to log into a page. So, what do you expect from user? You expect user ID or a password. So, what are those two? So, those are text input options where user can come enter the desired data. The button you click on sign in button and you can see the result. If you sign in successful, you can, otherwise you won't be able to. So these are some of example of components. So see, there are tons of components, but these are just a bit of example which we will be working in our real life. Okay, is it clear still here this roadmap? Yes or no? From a beginner point of view, till core component should be enough. So if you are a developer with experience of 2 years, even 3 years, this should be enough to you are in industry, and it is fine. But even if you are 1 or 2 years, won't expect no much, but it should be proficient enough to work on at least this set of requirements. Okay. If you have to ask anything, we can have a Q&A session. Okay, don't you have to ask anything? Or you are fine with it? Okay, I can see a silence maintained here. Okay. So, are you good with all of these prerequisites, roadmap? If you have some, we can have one Q&A session so that we can have some talk actually. Being this silent is like not helpful either me or you. At least we can have some talks actually. Okay, so let's go to the React part. Since React Native for React is also prerequisite. So what is the prerequisite of React? For development step by step cycle, you have to learn to stack one by one. You cannot miss the sequence. It is not that you learn React and you go for HTML and then you go for JavaScript. No, there are certain like steps which you have to cover. Okay. So again here, prerequisite. Okay, some CLI tools like for React Native, the CLI tools were React Native and Expo. And here we have White and React. And then again component. So here for the component, if you see a class-based function component, so class components are not really concept. It's really using JavaScript. So we everything is working on the only implementing some requirements. So this you have to learn entirely if you are going to work on React Native. So this comes okay, now go back and look for something called front-end builder. Now says you do beginner, so this is you must sequence. So there is not lot of things, but yeah, this is a basic roadmap for anyone wanted to be a front-end. Okay, anyone in mindset with a different typical web-based application development, AI, ML development, any sort of thing. Anyone with those sort of requirements? Yeah, we have our React-based courses, and we are trying to have like to make it an extended way, and we are going to be up introducing this React Native. But yeah, for React Native, React is a must. Like without it, you can actually even write a piece of code. If you will write, it will be very difficult to understand. Okay, so these two go hand in hand. Is complementing each other. You can't be like, oh, either React or React Native. So definitely is one step ahead of React. You are comfortable building with this application, any sort of application on the web, and yeah, you should be comfortable to transition to application to provide this
Excuse me,
and
sir.
run this application. Yes.
Sir, you are not properly
Yeah.
audible. Lag is there, sir.
I've got a network issue. It is. Is it clear now?
No, so
Okay. 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 My query was, any of you from any sort of idea like what you want to prefer, what are your like aspiration in the software field, like what you want to learn, how you want to grow here. Mostly for second year, third year, or even final year students. Not for the first year. They are still in this new phase. So from the senior ones, what are like aspirations, where you are looking forward to go in your career path. Anyone can initiate this conversation. I would like looking forward to like talking about all of these aspects. Okay, so everyone's silence there. Okay, so we have got our running courses on React, which will be like extending to React Native to transition the students to, apart from learning just one framework to build web, so that they can transition and build entire set of application for iOS as well as Android. Okay, see, the thing is, you could have unmute yourself. You could have asked, okay, how we should we start learning new language if we know the language. Okay, let me ask you a question. Suppose you have to write a logic to calculate area of any of the shape. Suppose square. Okay, what would happen for square? To calculate area of square, what do we need? We need like just its side. Okay, so just imagine you are writing a function. Okay, so you would be passing side, and in the function itself you would be doing some logic. Language or software development is independent of language. It is entirely on logic. Whatever language you pick, logic will remain the same. If you have been given a question in coding, see, the logic will be the same. Languages you can choose from drop down. You can select C, C++, Python, JavaScript, Java. There are tons of languages there, but logic will be same. So how to learn a new language? It's very simple. Start from basic. Learn its basic syntax, how the code is written, how it is compiled. See, you can move ahead with variables, loops. Now in the variable, it depends on languages how many types of variable they are using. In the loop, it is for loop, simple, and then what are the things? Then for loop, it is fine. Then do while, switch case. These are some set of features which is like in every language, irrespective of what you choose. Okay, then some inbuilt function. Inbuilt function could be different. Suppose you have got some data, you want to sort in ascending and descending order. This should be something different in Java, something different in JavaScript, something different in C, C++. So those you have to learn. So you have to follow step-by-step guide to learn any of the new language. Once you are like comfortable with any of the language you have learned, skills should be same. Like logic should be the same, so you can build work any sort of thing on the application itself. Okay, now next is security analysis. Good concept of ethical hacking. Yeah, this profession is also in demand. So if you are like into this analysis or networking, so the very beginning thing you need to learn is about networking. Okay, how networking works. So there are like, again, for networking concept, let me see if there is any roadmap for this one or not. Let me just check it out. Yeah, it has got cyber security. You can see there. So wait, let me share my screen if it is not shared. Yeah, if you see here, it is got cyber security. Has anything apart from this design? Just yeah, let's go to cyber security only. Okay, so it has got everything fundamental, like how networks works actually. Okay, so again, for everything, see, the thing is, if you are going into any field now, it's not about just one language. It is about an entire ecosystem, entire concept. So if you see here, got lots of things to learn. And if you think these actually, okay, these are just conceptual things. You need to learn few things and understand how things work behind. Suppose you have got to protect some network. If you say about you are on a private Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi, whatever it is, you are going to secure it actually. Then you should be knowing how Wi-Fi could be hacked, how Wi-Fi network or open or private network could be protected. Okay, on the language types, sorry, connection types or network types, you should be knowing the basics of those networking, how those work actually. Okay, then yeah, certifications are important in this field actually. Even in the software field, you are not certified for some languages, it's fine, nobody is going to judge you. But for cyber sort of field, security sort of field, you must be a certified. So grab some course, learn it, give the examination and get the certification, and yeah, you should be getting the opportunities. Okay, what should opt, cybersecurity or AI? Okay, now the thing is, both of these are two different ways. One is east, another is west. It's entirely upon you. So see what I would suggest. If you are in first year, second year, you have got around 2 years of your curriculum. Just try everything. Why I'm telling try everything? So once you are trying everything, now you should be finding where your interest inclines. Okay, in my first year, I tried everything. I tried game development, coding, basic networking, AI, ML, everything. Like whatever you say, UI design, UX design, everything I tried. Then I was fine. Okay, I would be a full stack developer. I'm fine with the database, backend, front end logic. That is my way. Okay, so try everything. You would find your way automatically. Okay, you would be so if you have interest with machine learning projects, database, data science based, some data set, working with data set, you would be finding AI very like interesting. But if you are interested in more networking, building a network, building your own VPN, building your own private network, distributing your network, then you should be going with cybersecurity. Both are different ways, so you have to try both. Then if you are finding interest in any one of them, only any one of them, you should be going ahead. But yeah, you cannot go ahead with both of them. It should be just one. Okay, anything else? See, it's better now if you will speak. Just playing on messages and me on the call is not going to help and not much interactive. Better we like have one-to-one call, one-to-one discussion on these things. Okay, anyone else? See, first year, second year students, you have got a lot of times actually. So try everything, learn everything, and see what makes you like go with any of them. Then you just pick up and yeah, for next 2 years, just dive deep into those one things. Okay, but yeah, for third year and fourth year students, times is getting up quickly. You need to decide where your interest is and move ahead quickly. Okay. Yeah. Any queries? Anyone?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can multiple paths be
Yes,
followed?
yes.
For example, you were telling about full stack development. On the other side, can we also follow blockchain, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. Blockchain. See, even in the full stack, there is a certain aspect of blockchain developer actually. So yeah, even in the JavaScript, we build some logic, some blockchain. So yeah, absolutely fine. it as of now it is an entirely independent topic from full stack development. So suppose you are working in some organization where it requires, then it is fine. But yeah, most of them, they would be hiring a separate blockchain developer apart from a full stack. So yeah, you have to pick picky from these two topics actually.
Okay, sir.
See, even Pizza Hut is built on React Native. I got to know it today. Okay, anything else? Any? Okay, guys, it's up from my end. Okay, guys, there's a form in this chat. If you see, can please everyone fill this one? It would be really appreciated. It would take just 1 minute. Just fill this form, no? So yeah, we would be introducing apart from React this React Native session in the upcoming summer vacation. So yeah, looking forward. If you are really interested to move ahead and build some interesting application. So yeah. Okay guys, just stay here for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be dropping off. I have another call. But yeah, meeting should be continued here from here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yeah, hi all. I'm audible. Hello. Can anyone confirm? So you guys filled up this form, attendance form. Please fill this as soon as possible, or you can copy it and put it somewhere in your clipboard. And please fill this form so that you will get a certification for the for attending this webinar. Okay. And by the way, how was your webinar? Sorry, how was your master class? Can anyone tell how was the master class? Any feedback? Are you able to learn, because you all have joined this on Sunday evening, right? So Sunday evening is a very lazy time, right? So you all have joined on the Sunday evening. So I'm hoping that you guys would have learned this the basics of Android development and how application is developed and how an application is built, right? Because if you see, most of the work you currently do is on apps only, application only. Like you use Instagram, you are using WhatsApp, you are using any e-commerce website like Amazon, or Flipkart, or maybe any kind of Netflix also, right? So all this most or like Phone Pay, Google Pay, any kind of fintech app that you are using, Cred you are using. So the volume of the user engagement over the web and application is very different. On application, it is the larger percentage of the volume or larger percentage of the user are on the applications end rather than the web end, right? For example, we use Amazon mostly on our phones only, right? So I hope you would have learned from Lavesh. Meanwhile, I am also forwarding his LinkedIn ID, so you guys can follow him on LinkedIn. And in future also, if any kind of confusion, any kind of doubt, any kind of mentorship you need, you can reach out to him over the LinkedIn. I'm sending his profile in the LinkedIn, so please give him a connection request, okay? And yeah, just connect with him. In future, if anything is there, you can reach out to him. He is having 7+ years of experience in full stack web development and also involved in the application development, okay? Yeah, please connect with him. He's working with us as an instructor from last 5 years, okay? I guess that's all from mine. And yeah, one more thing, please do follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram. I'm just forwarding the link in the chat, so that we usually on the regular basis, on each weekend, we organize this kind of events related to technical domain, related to entrepreneurship, related to startups. So please be connected with us on Instagram and LinkedIn. We engage these type of events. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's all from mine. If anything is there, just let me know. Meanwhile, I'm also forwarding our website link in the group. So we also offer different kind of programs related to different technical domains like full stack, machine learning, AI, IoT, and embedded system, competitive programming. So you can visit our website also and can get to know, or if can get to know the handout and all. And please let us know if you are interested. Please do enroll over there. Okay, I guess we can now close the session. Thank you all for joining. Wish you all the very best for the future. And yeah, please be connected with Lavesh. If anything is there, you can connect with him. And I hope that you all would have filled up the form, because if you are not filling up the form, you will not receive a certification. Okay. Thank you. Chalo, it's time to.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Bye bye. Take
Thank you,
care.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.